Today is my long overdue video of the DE10 Nano, so stay tuned. So we're on the GitHub page for the MSDOS development board, and we're going to be looking at the ao486 MSDOS project. As you can probably guess by the name, 486, it's basically a 486 compatible PC that we're going to be doing. So no Amigas, no Amstrads or Ataris or anything today. We're going for old classic DOS PC gaming today. So we're going to be able to put floppy images on, hard drive images. I'm going to go through creating a hard drive image shortly. It's got Sound Blaster 2.0 compatibility and OPL 2 and 3 implementation. That's good. That's going to be great for our games. That was all sort of like MIDI sounds. So we're looking for an RBF file, which is pretty typical of all the cores that we've been doing. So go to releases. Latest one is there, so we'll download that. Download, there we go. We'll open that up and we will copy that over to our desktop. There's our MSDOS file and my menu file. So I've downloaded the latest core. I'm just going to get rid of the date and call it that. And then there's a couple of other things that it said that we needed, so let's go back one. So it mentions that we need to create a folder on our SD card and then download these two files, boot0.rom and boot1.0.rom. So let's do that next. Download those. There we go. And let's just copy those again to the desktop. There's the 0 and where's the 1? The 1 is on my other screen, and there it is. Fantastic. Right, so basically we need our SD card. So let me grab that. There we go, and we've got our card inserted. So I've been playing around with a load of other cores, as you may have seen in the previous video. Yeah, I've got some Amiga stuff on there. I've got some Commodore 64. So we need to make a new folder. Well, first off, let's add the core. So that's this file here, the RBF file. Let's copy that to the root of the SD card. That's done. So the next thing we need to do is we need to make a folder called ao486. So let's do that now. New folder and call it that. Excellent. And we've got to put our two files, our boot files, into there. There we go, all done. So for floppies, copy the desired floppy raw image with extension IMG, it's quite a popular format, into that folder that we've just created. Okay, and as well, hard drive image, create an empty file of desired size with the extension VHD in that directory as well. So let's start off with the hard drive. Okay. So the next step is we need to open up disk management. So if you're on Windows 10, just go to start and type in disk space management and you should find it. So you should be on a similar screen to this. Now I've just taken out the SD card because for some reason disk management kept on crashing with the SD card installed. But that's probably something specific with my machine. But what we need to do is we need to go to Action and create VHD. So this is going to create a virtual hard drive for us. So we'll browse, just go to my desktop again, and I'm going to give it a file name. So I'm going to call this one MSDOS, because as you can probably guess, we're going to be installing DOS, specifically version 6. So we need to work out what size hard drive are we going to give this. I'm going to be very generous and give it a massive 500 megabytes. Make sure that it is that format, and as well that it's a fixed size as well, and then click OK. So we'll just wait for that to be created, and by magic, there we go, there's our file. If I have a look at it, properties, it's 500 megabytes in size. So brilliant, that's been done. So that's something that we need to copy over to our ao486. Let's close disk management now, and I'll reinsert my SD card again. So I'm going to go into the ao486, and I'm going to copy over my VHD. So that part is now copying over. While that's happening, we need obviously DOS. So the best place to go for that is Win World PC. Now this is quite an awesome site that's been going for quite some time. It allows you to download old versions of software, namely old versions of Windows software, but I'm just going to be going with MS-DOS for today. We might do Windows later, who knows. MS-DOS, and then I'd like to have version 6.22. And there we go, we have got all 3 disks of DOS 6.22. So we need to copy that over to our SD card, sorry. There we go, excellent, done. Remember, these files are only a megabyte, they're just standard floppy disk images, so they don't take up much space. And then I think we're all set up on the PC. So next we're going to move over to the DE10 Nano and go through the setup process. Okay, so we've got the DE10 Nano turned on now, and as you can see we've got the menu. So I'm going to go down to ao486 and load that up, and as you can see we've got a BIOS screen. So as you can see, we've got no devices detected at the moment. That's because we haven't plugged anything in yet. So normally with most of the ROMs you press F12 to get to a menu. In this case we've got to push the Windows key and F12 at the same time in order to get to that menu, because in Windows the F12 key does actually work. So so we need to mount the primary hard drive. So if we press enter, there we go, we've got our hard drive file there, and as well Windows F12 again to go back into there. So mount floppy image, and I'm going to choose disk 1 obviously. And then we need to go back into there, make sure that the boot order is on FDD first, so floppy disk first and then hard drive, and then reset and apply hard drive. So if we run that, there we go, we're booting from our floppy disk, and there we go, we've got the setup for Windows 6.22. So let's continue. It's been a while since I've set up one of these. We need to configure unallocated disk space because we need to format the hard drive. So setup will restart with your computer now. Please make sure disk 1 is in drive A to continue. Okay. Excellent, and there we go, we're formatting the drive. So we're almost done. This is about a 500 megabyte hard drive, you remember that we chose. So it's just finishing formatting that. Now it's asking, is this information correct? There we go, and press enter. So yep, that's all correct now. And yeah, we want to install DOS in the DOS directory. And then we'll see how quick it is to copy all those files across. Okay, and now we've got a message saying we need disk 2, so we're going to press the Windows key down and press F12. We need to mount disk 2, press enter, and then press enter again, and there we go, we've just swapped a disk and gone to disk 2. So far it's going pretty well, and we're almost finished setting up now. So there we go, so we've got to remove the disks, so go back into the menu, and then we will do mount image, well, go upper directory. It's a good question actually, how do we unmount? I think maybe we change the boot order to hard drive and then floppy disk. Yeah, that's probably what's best. So move disks, press enter. So the system's now installed. Please restart your computer. Okay, and then non-system disk or disk error, please replace and press any key. Still wanting to boot from the floppy. Reset and apply hard drive. Let's try that. Right, and as you can see, we are now in DOS. So just do a quick directory. Yeah, there's basic DOS. So there we go, that's all set up. What are we going to do next? Well, we can install something from Phil's computer lab that will make running games a lot easier. So let's pop back to the PC and have a look at that next. So back on my main PC, we've gone to philscomputerlab.com. He runs an awesome YouTube channel. I highly recommend you check that out if you like retro PC stuff. He has some awesome guides on there and reviews on all various things, and is got some really good benchmarking stuff as well. So we're going to go to guides, and he's made a MS-DOS starter pack. So we're going to download that. And it gives you a nice convenient menu, sets up the mouse. CD-ROM, we're not going to need that because I don't think that's emulated in our system, but at least definitely we'll have a mouse. That'll be very convenient, and also the different types of memory as well. So let's download that pack. Let's copy them first onto the desktop, call it pack, copy them over to there. Then in our piece of software, ImageWin, with these files now extracted, we should be able to copy them across. There we go. We want to inject 5 files. Yep, so they're in my image. Click on save. I want to save them to my desktop, so I'm going to call this Phil, and we'll call it a img file, image file. There we go, that's saved. Right, so let's get our SD card again, and then we'll copy that to the SD card. Okay, so we're back on the DE10 Nano again, so let's go through the menu, boot up the 486, it's booting up from my hard drive again, and I'll just point out what I did in order to do that was I mounted the primary hard drive, then I'll push over to the right and chose save settings, If you don't do that, you'll find that by default it always boots up in a state with no floppy drive or hard drive. So I've just set that up as my default settings. So we'll just wait for our PC to boot up. We've got high memory being tested at the moment now. So if I do Windows and F12, mount floppy drive image, there we go, there's our disk called Phil, and then I just need to go to the A drive, do a directory, there we go, and the instructions are that you just type in install. Right, there we go. Okay, press any key to commence installation. Fantastic. Excellent, that was nice and quick. Copied over stuff, and then let's try doing a Control-Alt-Delete. There we go, we rebooted our PC, and there we go, there's the nice menu that Phil at Phil's Computer Lab has set up, and a mouse. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, there we go. So if we type in, I believe, mem, it should give us how much memory we've got. So we've got 65 megabytes of free memory. That's quite decent for a 486. And as well, if we go into something like is it edit? Let's just check that we've got a mouse. Yes, we've got a mouse. Awesome. So that is all working. Right. Okay. Click on that and exit. Excellent. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some games. So yeah, look out for that next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.